Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Eva, and here on my channel I cover recent missing person cases. If you're into that type of content, please subscribe. With that being said, let's just go ahead and get into today's case. Today I want to talk about a very urgent missing person, and that is Mercedes Lain. Mercedes is only 11 months old and is missing from Plymouth, Indiana. She was last seen on Thursday, August 12th in an economy inn with Justin Miller, a 37-year-old man. Mercedes' parents, Kenny Lain and Tiffany Coburn, essentially gave Mercedes to Justin, who is a family friend, allegedly for babysitting purposes. I say allegedly here because of the parents' past, and I'll get more into that here in a little bit. The family was staying at the inn long term, so Justin did come and pick Mercedes up from there. I want to add that this inn is known for not necessarily having the best reputation, so it's kind of concerning that Mercedes and any other children were living long term here. When Mercedes wasn't returned to her parents a few days later, her father, Kenny, contacted authorities on Sunday, August 15th to file her as missing. The FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team immediately got on board with the investigation, and a statewide silver alert was filed. You may be wondering why a silver alert was filed instead of an amber alert. According to authorities, Mercedes' disappearance didn't qualify for the amber alert requirements, partly because she was given to Justin voluntarily.
Do you know why an amber alert wasn't issued instead of silver alert?
The silver alert versus the amber alert, there's certain criteria with each. Initially, she was given to Justin Miller for babysitting purposes, if you will. So it just became a time where he hadn't returned her in a certain amount of time, and that's why initially the silver alert was put out. And it assisted us in locating his vehicle and him.
However, the silver alert that was filed did help to quickly locate Justin. At around 3:30 a.m. on Monday morning, Justin was located and taken into custody. Mercedes, however, was not located with him. He's currently incarcerated and being charged with neglect of a dependent. His vehicle was also found and has been taken in. Kenny and Tiffany, Mercedes' parents, have also been taken into custody and are similarly being charged with neglect of a dependent. When asked for more details as to why the parents were being charged, authorities didn't really give much reason and just said that it was part of the investigation. However, like I alluded to earlier, the parents' troubling past might have something to do with this. In my opinion, this pair should have never had custody of Mercedes in the first place. Both Kenny and Tiffany have had other children taken from them previously. First, let me tell you a little bit more about Kenny. Kenny has already been charged with 3 counts of neglect of a dependent. After doing some more digging, I also believe that Kenny previously allowed one of his daughters to be taken advantage of in exchange for substances. This girl was only 12 at the time, but she ended up pregnant. From what I could gather, she was ultimately adopted, and she fought in court for her father's rights of her sisters to be terminated. We also know that Mercedes' mother has similarly had children taken away from her. According to her sister, 3 of Tiffany's children have already been taken away. Both parents have also been arrested for possession or dealing. Knowing all this and that Mercedes was given to Justin, I'm very concerned. I also want to highlight some things that I noticed when looking at pictures of Mercedes. In this picture where she's being held by a man that's called Bear on Facebook, her nails are extremely dirty. This makes me wonder how well she was being taken care of. This man is apparently Derek Anderson. I don't know who he is in relation to Mercedes or her parents, and I don't know why he has Mercedes, but he's currently incarcerated, and I'll show you some of the other pictures he has on his page. In the next picture, I just wanted to point out what's hanging on the wall. I don't really think this is an appropriate setting for a baby to grow up in. In other pictures, I noticed that Mercedes looks unkempt and that her clothes aren't necessarily clean. Considering all we know, I'm very worried, to say the least, and I wonder why Mercedes was ever stuck with these people to begin with. Back to Justin, who last had Mercedes. I've read that he initially took Mercedes because he wanted to take her to a birthday party. Apparently it was his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend's party, I believe. This really doesn't make much sense to me. Why was he so eager to take take an 11-month-old baby to his significant other's birthday party, especially when this baby wasn't his. Justin also created a new Facebook on August 14th, the day before Mercedes was reported missing. The profile picture on this new account appears to be a side profile of Mercedes, which again makes no sense to me and is kind of eerie considering that she's still missing. She appears to potentially be sleeping in this photo, but I'm not sure. If this was taken that day, it may be the most accurate photo of what Mercedes was last seen wearing. Like I mentioned, all 3 individuals are currently in custody. While they're all speaking to authorities, their stories about what happened aren't matching up.
Mr. Miller, so is he just not really being cooperative with you guys, or what's the...
He's spoken to investigators. He continues to speak to investigators. Just all of his information isn't matching what we do know.
According to a press conference held today on the 17th, authorities believe that Mercedes is still in the area.
Do you believe she's still in this area in Marshall County?
Our belief is she is, I can't say just strictly Marshall County, but the counties I mentioned earlier, I would say we're confident that she's in that area.
They've received tips that Mercedes was seen in Marshall County, in St. Joseph's County, and in Stark County over the past few days. These counties all appear to be within 45 minutes of each other, so it's possible that Justin had taken her to all 3. It's possible that Justin gave Mercedes to someone or that he put her somewhere, and that the birthday party was just an excuse. This could have been his plan all along. However, it is known that Mercedes was with him at some point. Mercedes is only 11 months old, and she deserves so much more than what she's been given in her short life. We need to find her and to bring her to safety.
There's Mercedes' grandmother. She would like to say a few words just to plead to the public.
We're just asking if anybody knows anything, or if you have her, to please bring her home, or take her somewhere where she can be brought home. Please. Asking for your guys' help.
Take her to the police department, take her to the fire station, take her, I don't even care, take her to Walmart, leave her in the car right at this moment, just
Bring
do
her
something,
home,
please bring her
please.
home to us safely.
Mercedes is 2 feet tall and weighs 19 pounds. She has blonde hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a white onesie with pink trim. If you have any information at all about Mercedes' whereabouts, the number for you to contact will be down in the description below. You can also anonymously report tips to Crime Stoppers if you'd prefer to stay anonymous. There's also a reward for information leading to Mercedes' whereabouts. Please share Mercedes' story, especially if you're in the area. Let's get her home safely and quickly, and I'll keep you updated in the comments like always, but that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.